Alright, what's up everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video, and usually you don't hear my voice in this series, but today we are going to be heading into the off-season for the St. Louis Blues. I hope you guys enjoyed the first season of the St. Louis Blues, and this is where the fun starts to begin because we actually get to go in and make a lot of choices for the off season. And throughout the season I've been going through like re-signing players, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys who we did re-sign, and we did let go of a few guys as well, guys that we couldn't get deals done with. So we will not have Jacoby Brissett next year. We did not re-sign him. We are going to keep Sam Howell. I think Sam Howell is still on his rookie contract, so he'll still be there. Elijah Mitchell should be coming back. I think we're going to be losing Antonio Gibson. That's not to say we might not go for these guys in the offs or during free agency. I think we did lose Curtis Samuel. And most of these I had to make some tough decisions, mostly because they didn't have high interest, which means you'd have to pay extra money to get them back. So we also have Robert Tonyan that we're going to be losing, but John Bates actually had a really solid season being the backup tight end. So we might actually look his way potentially and potentially let him be the starter next season, even though he is a pretty low overall, but we'll see. I think the biggest thing we need to do is kind of upgrade our offensive line. I think we need to look for a nice young left tackle that is going to help us out quite a bit, because you can see we do have Charles Leno, who is 31 years old. We might get another couple good years out of him, but he is getting up there in age and might start regressing soon. We did get Dalton Reisner as well, but he was kind of more of a temporary fix, and he is injured at the moment. And then we did go ahead and get Ricky Stromberg as the starter, and we made during the season we did make a trade for Ben Jones, and we did go ahead and trade away Andrew Wiley, and we got Kelvin Beachum Jr. at right tackle just to kind of upgrade the offensive line a little bit, because I do think Ricky Stromberg was ready. He had star development, he had hidden development traits, so I decided to go ahead and let him start, and he's already progressed big time. He was a 71, I think, when he started the season, and just for the last few games alone, he's already up to 74. So I think we're going to go ahead and leave him there, and then we'll see. Sam Cosby, we might bring him back because he is close to the 80s. They have morale boost right now, so they are not as high as they're saying right now. But we also got Montez Sweat back. We did re-sign Montez Sweat, and we did get a deal done with Chase Young, even though they didn't have very high interest. But those are the few guys that I knew I wanted to get back. The defense was really good this year, so we want to try and maintain as much as the defense as we can. I believe we re-signed Anthony Barr, but I can't remember if we did. We are losing Cody Barton, so we do need to look kind of in the middle linebackers and see where we go. Jamin Davis, we did pick up his 5th-year option, and then we have Kendall Fuller got re-signed, and so yeah, our defense is going to stay fairly the same. We are not losing too many from the defense, but the offense, I do kind of want to clean house just a little bit and kind of restructure the offense a little bit. So that's what we're going to be looking forward to. But let's see who makes it to the Super Bowl, since we did lose our playoff game against the Dallas Cowboys here in the wild card round. I haven't been controlling anything. The only thing I've controlled is a little bit of the depth chart and making decisions. That's all this series is about. And then we just watch the games to see what happens. So as you can see, our available cap space right now is 11.5 million, which is not very good. I think that's going to change once we get to the off season a little bit. So now we are in the conference championship, and let's see who makes the Super Bowl. The Chiefs are red hot during this whole season, but it looks like it's going to be the Cowboys and the Ravens. So as someone who has lost many times against the Cowboys now, that's obviously not what we want to see. So I think we're going to go for the Ravens technically, but for that, we can take a look at the Pro Bowl roster and see who did make the Pro Bowl. We got Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Bryce Young. Let's see if any of our guys made it in here. I'd be shocked if some guys didn't, like Terry McLaurin made it at wide receiver 3. Smith, Ross, St. Brown. Robert Tonyan did get on the tight end number 2 depth charts, which is pretty cool to see. So we do have some guys in here, which is good. I'd be very surprised if we didn't have anybody from the defense. There's Montez Sweat, of course. He's on left end 1, and of course Chase Young made it. No surprise there. Jonathan Allen, of course, also made it. So all of our defensive lines on there. Who else do we got? Do we got anybody else in here? Darius Slay, Ryan McCain, Joey Sly made it as the kicker. I'm surprised none of our... Doesn't look like any of our DBs did, unless I'm blind. But that's all right. We're going to go ahead and head into the Super Bowl and see who wins the Super Bowl, and then we'll check some of the yearly awards and go from there. We got some upgrades here. Chase Young has an upgrade. He's already a beast, so I'm glad we got him re-signed. He's going to be a huge part of our defense. He got 31 sacks, which is just ridiculous. All right, so we can go ahead and view our yearly awards real quick. MVP ended up being Jalen Hurts. I'm surprised it wasn't Patrick Mahomes. Jalen Hurts must have had good enough rushing yards and touchdowns. Coach of the Year was Kyle Shanahan. We did not get on here at all, which I'm kind of surprised that I didn't even pop up on here for contention. So let's go ahead, AFC and NFC. So NFC, where we're going to start because that's where our players are. So you can see Offensive Player of the Year, Terry McLaurin was number 5. I feel like he could have been higher, but he did get injured for that last game. But Chase Young did bring home Defensive Player of the Year. And a lot of our guys were on here on Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, we didn't have anybody here. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we should have, Emmanuel Forbes is on there, number 6. I feel like he should have been higher, but everyone else must have done pretty good. So, as for Best Quarterback, we don't have anybody there. Best Running Back, I think Elijah Mitchell was on here for a little bit, but injuries plagued him a little bit, and he didn't finish with a ton of rush yards, so... or touchdowns. So Terry McLaurin's on. Best Wide Receiver, he got number 4, which is kind of surprising because he was number 2 in yards. He would have been number 1 if he would have played that last game, and he actually had like 10 touchdowns, I think. So very interested to see why he's number 4. Maybe it could be because a lot of guys got more touchdowns. No one on O-line. Definitely got a lot on D-line, linebacker, and all of them. Best Defensive Back, Kendall Fuller's on there, so that's cool. Best Kicker, I do think Joey Sly's on here, isn't he? Yeah, there he is. He's number 5. All right, so that's the yearly awards. I would show AFC, but we're focused on our team right now, so we're going to head and see who wins the Super Bowl. My vote is going to be for the Baltimore Ravens. They're actually such a good team, even in real life right now, too. So let's see who won. It is the Baltimore Ravens. Let's take a look at the season recap here. You can see Chase Young, Defensive Player of the Year. Yearly awards, Lamar Jackson takes home MVP. And the Ravens are Super Bowl champions over the Dallas Cowboys. 38-35, looked like it was a really good game. So hopefully maybe next year we'll see ourselves as the St. Louis Blues in there. So we have more upgrades to our players, which is funny. It's a lot of these practice squad players, I think. Getting a lot of upgrades. And such, so we're going to see what we're going to do. I don't know what pick we have in the draft. I would say we're probably the low 20s or something like that, if I had to guess, because I know we're not going to be super high. We might trade up. I'm not entirely sure yet. We're actually going to take a look at all that. So looking at our staff moves, we can take a look at the staff moves here and see what happened here. The Bears, Glenn Powers, offensive coordinator, got fired. Let's see if there's any head coaches. Mike McDaniel got fired. Wow, okay. They already lost Mike McDaniel. That one's kind of shocking. Sean McVay is gone. He got fired, okay. Interesting. Pete Carroll retired. Interesting. And then Arthur Smith fired. Seth Henry was hired to replace Mike McDaniel. All right. Interesting there. Very, very interesting to see some of those. All right. So that's some of the staff moves as we start to head into the offseason. This is staff week, which I don't think we have to do anything. So we're just going to head into re-signing players, and I think it's our last chance to re-sign any players that we want, which I think I've already done all of my signings that I want to do, so I don't think we're going to need to really do much. We do have a mock draft that I kind of do want to see, though. Let's head into re-signing players, which again, we have one player left, apparently. Let's see how that... Oh, Jamin, it's his 5th-year option. Yeah, we're going to accept his option because he looks like a pretty bright star, and he's got a good re-sign interest, and he's a 79 overall and a scheme fit. So by next year, I think he's going to improve into the 80s, so that's going to be a big yes for me. I think he's a very valuable because we don't have a whole lot of options at outside linebacker, and I think he is going to be good. So we could franchise tag someone here, but I don't think I want to. I think I'm fine with letting some of these guys go. If I wanted anybody, it would probably be Curtis Samuel. We are letting go of Dalton Reisner again, and we're going to restructure the offensive line quite a bit, I think. So Cody Barton's another one that actually performed really well this season. I kind of picked him up just to kind of improve. So we might check into that too, but we also might be losing Robert Tunyon. I think he's going to start regressing soon, so I decided to go ahead and let him go. He was kind of just for this season, kind of a fix. And then of course we got Jacoby Brissett. He's just going to be regressing. He's down to 70 overall right now. He was 72 when the season started, so he's gone down quite a bit, and he has a low interest anyways. So Byron Pringle actually came on pretty good towards the end of the season. He is 30 though now, so that is something that, you got to look at the ages because they are going to start regressing. And then the rest of these guys don't really matter. I don't think we're going to worry about signing anyone else. So I just wanted to make sure we picked up his 5th-year option there. And let's take a look at the mock draft because that's one thing that we need to look at. I would love to get Joe Alt, but it looks like that's probably not going to happen, considering the fact he is... this is the first mock draft that will have the correct draft order, so that's something to kind of look at to kind of get an idea of maybe if there's someone I want here, how high up I probably need to move just to get them. So Joe Alt is a first-round talent. We have him 100 completed on scouting for him. Caleb Williams, I didn't look... I know he's going to be good, so I didn't feel the need to waste all of my... anything on him to scout him further because I know he's going to be the best quarterback in the draft. So I was like, there's no need to do that. But I do want to find a quarterback, even if it's during... We're gonna look and see what quarterbacks are available to us in free agency and see if any could potentially take that spot. I've been thinking back and forth, should I have Sam Howell or just trying to develop him, or should I look into the draft? I'm going to just see what our options are. If I have no one that I'm interested, if there's no one that I'm interested in free agency, we might look at the draft. We'll see how the draft goes. See if maybe we could land Drake May, because he is one that I'm interested in, and it looks like he might actually drop pretty far. He's not even in... Did I miss him? Is he in here? We have Caleb Williams right there, of course. I don't even think Drake May is in the first round here. He could potentially fall to us. We're at 22. For some reason, it has me taking a right outside linebacker. I'm not going to do that. But I don't see Drake May even on this mock draft, which is crazy, which means he's not expected to go in the first round anymore. So we might actually... I think we get to pick a few more players to further and do some analysis on. We might look at Drake May, but I'm not sure if he's going to be a higher overall than Sam Howell at this point, because Sam Howell's up to a 74 overall now, so got to keep that in mind too. So I feel like the only two that could potentially be above him is Caleb Williams and Drake May, but we'll see. All right. So we're done re-signing players. Let's head into free agency. This is where the fun stuff comes in. I want to see what we have. Let's take a look at the retirements real quick. Case Keenum retires. All right. Nick Folk. Cameron Jordan. Our right tackle did retire, and Jamie Collins also retired. We need to really look at a middle linebacker. We are definitely, because I wasn't expecting him to retire right now, so... we are definitely in need of middle linebacker. So maybe we might look at Cody Barton and try and maybe get him back. during the offseason, but we'll see. We'll just see if he has any offers. Maybe we can actually offer him less, and maybe we can get him for a good... Jerick McKinnon retired. Ben Jones, that's the... he retires after I traded him late in the season. Interesting. All right. So quite a few retiring here. All right. So now the moment of truth. We're gonna see what free agents we have here. We can see the combine results. All right. So you can see Drake May is a top 5 projection, but we might not have to move up, if at all, to even get him, because it looks like he might drop. Caleb Williams might go to the Rams. That one might actually make sense. Maybe. I don't know if Matthew Stafford's still there, but we'll keep an eye on that. We're going to keep an eye on all that. But now it's free agency. I'm excited to see what free agents are available in this year, and might see if it's any strong. The highest rated player is Mike Williams at 87, so that's not the greatest sign. We don't have any 90 overall players. Ooh, and quarterbacks are not looking good. The best one's Baker Mayfield at 73, and honestly I would rather go with Sam Howell than any of these guys, so we're not going to be finding a quarterback here in free agency, unfortunately. So Jacoby Brissett's there. I might pick up just one guy, just to kind of back up for depth. I think, do we still have Drake Fromm? I think we have Jake Fromm still. I might actually not even touch quarterback. So taking a look at a halfback here, we did lose Antonio Gibson. He is only 26 still, so we might shoot him an offer still, but AJ Dillon is sitting here, also 26, but he's also has more interest in us. So, and he's a star development. So is Antonio Gibson. The only thing is he's not a scheme fit like Antonio Gibson was. We still have Elijah Mitchell, so I'm not like too concerned. We might actually could look at Clyde Edwards-Helaire as well. That might also be a good one to kind of look at, because he is a 77 overall, and he could be a good backup to Elijah Mitchell as well. So we might look at him. We're going to just take a look at all our options here before we really get in here. Michael Burton's on there. Sweet. Wide receivers here. I might just throw an offer at Curtis Samuel just because we don't have a lot of guys interested. Richie James is the only one I feel like we could get really easily. We might go for Richie James just because he's a scheme fit and he has high interest rate in us. So he would be a good fit for us as well. He's not as high as overall as Curtis Samuel, but again, I don't think our receivers are the biggest thing we have to worry about right now. We have Terry McLaurin, and our other receivers are doing really good. So if we could maybe pick up maybe one receiver here with a decent overall, like someone like Richie James here, I think would be a good wide receiver too. And he only has normal development, but I feel like he could potentially get into the 80s before the season ends and could be another good target. What's his catch rating? He has a 91 catch rating. Look at him compared to the other guys. So he has good hands too, which is very much an attractive stat to see. So we might look at Richie James as a potential candidate there. As for tight end, we do need to potentially look at tight end a little bit, but honestly, I really want to see what John Bates does because he looked really good, and there's not too much going on here for unless we want to pick up someone like Noah Fant, or potentially try and go for Robert Tonyan again, which we could pick up. I mean, he's 30 years old, so he's going to probably start regressing, but if no one shoots him an offer, we might go back for Robert Tonyan. As for left tackle, not a whole lot of good options here either. This is really weak when it comes to free agency, so there's not a whole lot of guys here I'm interested in. We might have to roll with our guy one more time and maybe look at maybe a nice young guy that we can draft that can sit behind our veteran for right now. We got Andrew Norwell at left guard. Center, we're pretty good with Ricky Stromberg. I'm just going to let him develop on that position. At right guard, I think I still have Sam Cosme or whatever his name is. I think we do still have him. Terrence Steele's on there. He's a 79 overall. The O-line is where I just really need some help. We'll look at middle linebacker too, but I'm going to go ahead and just take a little gander here at my roster here to see what we need to work on the most. So left tackle, Charles Leno's already dropped down to 79. Ooh, that's not good. We might look into some trades too. Like, that's one thing we probably need to do. We don't even have a left guard. Our center, yeah, I'd say we're probably pretty fine at right guard. Sam Cosme is going to be fine, and then Braden Daniels also progressed a little bit during the season, and we don't have a right tackle. So left guard and right tackle are the two crucial spots that we need to fill right now, because we don't have anybody, and we don't have a middle linebacker either. So that's another gap we need to fill. Anthony Barr is getting old as well, so left outside backer might be somewhere in our features. So we might want to take a look at some of these older guys and maybe look in the draft to maybe get some guys in there that we can just develop. So we don't have a kicker. We might take a look at Joey Sly and bring him back because he actually had a really good season. But anyways, all right, let's go ahead. Now that we kind of have an idea of our most needed, we do need a right tackle really bad because we don't even have one. Terrence Steele. He wants $12.4 million a year. He's 27, so he still probably has a couple good years left in him. He's really the only guy that's a little bit up there when it comes to overall. So as for middle linebacker, Bobby Wagner's available. He's going to probably want a lot of money, though. He's an 86 overall. And he does have a high interest, and I could imagine he's probably going to start regressing, but he might have to do for this next season. Chris Barnes, where's Cody Barton? He didn't retire, did he? Oh, there he is. He's 79 overall. We might at least shoot him an offer. He's not asking for too much a year, like 7.3. I mean, 12 million for Bobby Wagner would be quite a bit. And then if we go to left outside backer, we do have Anthony Barr, but Drew Tranquill's also on there, and Taki might be a good choice because he has high interest, scheme fit, and let's see. I think it's a good spot. Let's take a look. Anthony Barr is left outside backer, yes. So that would be a good swing above Anthony Barr, just to get out there. So it could be a good idea to shoot him an offer here. I might just shoot him a team friendly. We might go start off team friendly and just see if anyone else offers him anything, because there might not be anyone that offers any. We have a high interest level, so that could be something. So it's not like a huge strength, and the offer is not very strong, but I feel like these guys are going to get the most offers, so we might be able to snag him away from someone. So as for middle linebacker, this is another one we need to fill in. I might shoot an offer back to Cody Barton because he did play really well. He doesn't have very high interest, though, which is kind of a downside. And I think a 3-year deal would be perfect because I probably don't want to go past into his 30s very much. He probably does have some good years. He did play well for us, so I do want to shoot him an offer, but again, our cap space is a little bit on the low side right now, so I can only make so many offers. And who else did we have? Bobby Wagner. I'm kind of looking at the expected values, seeing how much these guys are asking for. Cody Barton is only asking for $7.13 million. Right underneath him is Anthony Walker. A little bit older, but he's asking for $1 million less dollars. And then Kaiser White's only asking for $4.7 mil. Joe Schobert, he's 30. Chris Barnes could be a good one. He's not asking for a ton, and he's a 74 overall, and he's 26, so that could actually be a really good idea, and he's a scheme fit. So this could be our best bet, at least for now, because he is a lot cheaper. He has a higher interest level, and I think a neutral one would be good, and he doesn't hit our cap very hard, so I'm going to go ahead and send him an offer. Also, as for kickers, Joey Sly was doing really good, but he doesn't have high interest, so take that how you want. Cameron Dicker is high interest, and he's a 74 overall. How much is he asking? 2.42 million. He's got good kick power. Joey Sly's kick power is 99, though. Dang. 99 kick power. That's why he was able to hit some of those big kicks. I think it's because of his awareness. That's why he's such a low overall. Just because his awareness is 55, which I don't think is a huge thing that you need as a kicker. So if you see a guy with 99 kick power, yeah, you're going to want him. I don't know. I think we might try and bring Joey Sly back. I know he doesn't want to. He has a very low interest in us. But I'm going to do a... We'll just do a neutral, and if we probably will pick him up as long as nobody else throws in an offer there. So I gotta remember I can only do 5 offers, so I need to keep that in mind. So wide receiver, that's what we were gonna look at, right? I was gonna look at Richie James, and I think we're gonna shoot him an offer. He's a 78 overall. I think it'd be a good idea to get him on the team. If we can. He is going to hit the cap just a little bit, but again, his high interest level might help, and I think we're just going to do a neutral here. Again, we could do some trades too that could help us get a little bit more cap space and stuff like that, so we might look into that as well. As for tight end, I think we're going to hold off on tight end. And left guard is another one that we need because we don't have a left guard. So we have Andrew Norwell. Might not get that many offers just because of how old he is. He's a 77 overall. Again, this is a very weak class. But we might try... I want to find someone that's a good scheme fit that's still pretty young. Let's see what our young guys look like. Natani Moody, he's a 72. We might be doing some trades here, though. Might be our best bet. Alright, right guard. We do need a right tackle. Yoshni Jamin. I don't know how to say your name. Sorry. Matt Pert. Sorry. We could try for Terrence Steele. He's just going to be asking for a lot of money, 12.4 million, and we can't really afford that. So this is I don't know, we might take more of a chance just trying to make some trades here too. You know, so we're going for Chris Barnes. I don't know. I really kind of want to shoot a offer to Cody Barton a little bit, just because he did play really well. Chris Barnes is a lot younger though, so I think he might be a better, better fit. Malik Harrison's a 26-year-old who has a pretty high interest as well. Got Landon Collins, Jordan Hicks, Christian Kirksey. We might shoot an offer to Malik Harrison as well. We got Chris Barnes, but again, we don't have any middle linebackers, so I just kind of want to keep the depth in there. And we're going to shoot. That way we have 2 middle linebackers on there, and maybe we'd pick another one up in the draft or so, or through through a trade. Because that will give us some 70s in there, so at least we have them. As for corner, I think we're good. Free safety, we're pretty good. Strong safety, we're pretty good. I think we're all good in those categories. Unfortunately, there's no quarterback. Maybe we could look at trading for a quarterback as well, but it's just really tough to figure out who we want to go for. So I think another thing, we do want to pick up a second running back, and I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to be our next guy. Oh, I already used up all my offers, so I'm sure he'll still be on there next week. So let's take a look at potential trades here as well after we did do some offers there. I'm not sure of how much we can do. We can look at the trade center and see who's available, who's on the trade block, just to see who's on here, and it's not good, especially for a quarterback. Ramondre Stevenson's on there. Ryan Robertson Jr. We did have him, actually. I did trade him, actually, last season. So James Cook, wide receiver. Tight end as a likely. Left tackle. There's no left tackles. What about right tackle? Andrew Wiley's up there. He did an awful job, so I really don't want him back, really. Take a look at the middle linebackers. Nothing too crazy there. So we might actually go into doing this ourselves. Trade finder. And just kind of look around the league and see where we can look at. I really want to take a look at right tackle and see who we have available to us. So maybe via trade. Okay. I really want to get someone maybe in the high 70s, low 80s. That's kind of what I'm shooting for. And seeing if we can just find anybody here. Taylor Moton, 30 years old. Or just like a young rising star. There's not a whole lot to go for here. Abraham Lucas, he's 25. 79 overall, star development. That's one I could actually look at. Maybe via trade if we can get a good trade going there. Can find our right tackle, you know. So Seahawks is the one that we're looking at right now. If we can get them to budge, it might be hard, but Darnell Wright, 23-year-old, 76 overall, star development. That's another one. Bears. He might be harder to get because he is a little younger, but potentially so. Collins. Paris Johnson. He would also be a scheme fit. Ooh. All right. Let's go. Let's take a look at Darnell Wright. Okay, and I just want to see. I just want to see our possibilities here. So we don't have any right tackles. What do they need? They need quarterback, of course. Don't we all? Right end. Well, you're not taking Chase Young. Defensive tackle. We do have Deron Payne, and he's a big... What about Mathis here, maybe? I don't really want to give up Payne, but, like, we already have Jonathan Allen. Do we really need two, like, superstars defensive tackles? I mean, it's probably good to have two of them, but, like, I don't know. Let's add Mathis to the mix here. You also need a left outside backer. I know this isn't going to go through, but let's just see how close we are. Not even close. They're not even interested in him. I know it's going to be hard with that because we have pick 22. I don't want to give up my draft picks really this year all that much. What about a fifth? I just want to see if it moves much. Yeah, no. I don't even think that's going to be... I don't think it's going to be plausible. Let's see if we can pick up maybe a few draft picks, though, for some guys that I don't really need or want. Chris Rodriguez. Jared. See, I got some halfbacks in here that I kind of want to get rid of. Chris Rodriguez is 950K, so let's see. Let's just see if anyone's got interest in him, because I want to see if maybe I can get a draft pick. If no one's got interest in him, we might just have to, here, Bears, let's make a deal. Get a draft pick for him. I want to see if a fit's even close. It is close, but no, we're probably going to have to do a 6th. Just to ship him away from us, okay? So we did get a 6th round pick for him, and I think we're actually, let's go ahead and advance week just to see where we are with free agents. Go from there. Mock draft 4 is going up, so we're going to pay attention to that a little bit and see if we have any signings right away. Alright, the 4th mock draft has Caleb Williams. The Drake May is on there this time, though. It has the Saints taking him this time. Ooh. I really don't think I can move up that high, can I? I don't know, we might have to stick with Sam Howell unless we make some crazy trade for a quarterback. You know, so we'll just see. If he falls to us, he falls to us. If not, we might just have to let the draft play out, you know? It just kind of just depends on how everyone drafts. Alright, let's take a look at free agents, see if we signed anyone. My signings. Alright, we got Richie James. We did pick up Chris Barnes, Joey Sly, and Malik Harrison. Targeted. Taki still hasn't accepted just yet, but that's okay. As for running backs, anybody even go for Clyde yet? I don't think so. So let's go ahead and send our offer that we was going to send him. I'm going to go team friendly. Just for now. Because he is high interest, so I still think we still might be able to get away with a lower offer for him. So we'll keep that in mind. I don't think anyone's going for Baker or Sam Darnold or any of these quarterbacks, so... Handy. I don't think we need to worry about fullback all that much. Let's see. I don't know. I kind of there's just not too many people I'm interested in during these free agents. You know, I might actually go look at the trade center again, and we might take a look at quarterbacks just to see. So Justin Fields, Josh Allen. Man, I would love to have some of these guys, but. Sean Watson, just to see if there's any chance of me potentially having interest in anybody here. I mean, you have Trey Lance, but he wouldn't really be an upgrade. I want someone that would actually be a good upgrade if I was to take anybody here. Brock Purdy. Daniel Jones, Trevor Lawrence, Aaron Rodgers, Zach Wilson, Jared Goff, Love. I'm just seeing if there's like anybody here that would maybe catch my eye. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo, but he's $24 million, so not gonna pay for that. You know, that's the thing. They're just I don't even think I could afford any of these guys, so that's the problem. Maybe Kenny Pickett, he's a 76 overall, but CJ Stroud, of course, they're not going to give up these young guys. I can tell you that much. Will Levis. Yeah, I don't see it happening. We're either going to draft somebody, see if Drake May falls to us, or potentially go for or just let Sam Howell cook, you know, and see how Sam Howell does with a full season. That's literally going to be, I think, our goal for now, and we're gonna see how that goes. So, okay, let's go ahead and go to free agency 3 for now. And see if we picked up anybody else here. My signings, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay! All right, we did get Taki on board. Targeted. Clyde Edwards-Helaire has not signed yet, but we're his only offer, so I feel like he's going to end up signing with us anyways. So we'll pick up a few good guys there, and then we still need like a left guard and stuff. We still have places to fill, but I'm kind of fine if we get some good, young, talented guys. I'd love to get some extra higher picks. Maybe that we can potentially some higher picks that maybe we can take. Try and trade up for some more higher picks, you know, like maybe like 2 5ths for a 4th, you know, just build those up. So let's take a look at mock draft 5. Let's see if it has Drake May on here. Yep, the Saints are gonna be that one that might take him. That's the main one I would have to worry about is has us taking a running back, which is not good. Not gonna happen. They don't know us at all. All right, so Joe Alt, I would love to have him, of course. But let's take a look. Let's just kind of get an idea of prospects that we've been looking at. So we have quarterback-wise, who's after Drake May? We also have Quinn Ewers. He might be a good fit for us because he is a scheme fit. And I don't know if he would start over Sam Howell. Probably not. He might be a low 70s overall, though. But it could potentially still be a solid guy when it comes to skills and stuff. So you can see he has good awareness, so that's good to see. And we only have him 50% scouted, so we might, short accuracy, medium, and deep. He doesn't have a great deep accuracy, so he's definitely a shorter thrower. But anyways, he does look like a guy that could potentially pop up that we could look at. But anyways, let's take a look at our other options at like offensive line, because that's what I want to look at is the offensive line. I think we're good at receiver. We might look at maybe getting a tight end later, like maybe like one of these guys late. But left tackle, we also have another left tackle here, Fashanu. I don't know how good the rest of a lot of these guys are, but we really need a left guard. And boy, there's not a whole lot to go off of. Cooper Beebe might be there. If he's still sitting there, he could be a potential guy that we go after. Because we don't have a left guard right now, so. And his stats don't look too bad, so. He's projected to go in the first round. Center, fine. And then we need right tackle. J.C. Latham. Let's see how he's looking. And I don't know, like, if these guys are in the mock draft. I'll have to look, kind of. But if... I'm just hoping that someone here is going to be available. Jeremiah Trotter as a scheme fit. So I think it's just kind of like I'm in the place where I kind of just want the draft to play out, but at the same time I do want to move up a little bit and get some guys a little bit in like maybe like the 2nd to 4th rounds. Those are kind of some important spots too. So free agency recap. Let's do private workouts. Let's see who we should look at here. I do kind of want to take a look at Quinn Ewers and maybe let him have a private workout with us, because I know these two guys are going to be great, but he could be a guy that we look at as potential, because he is the 3rd quarterback on there, and he's also a scheme fit, so he could fall in a good spot for us. Like, we might even be able to get him in the 2nd round, because it doesn't look like anyone's going to take more than 2 quarterbacks in the first round. So that could be something we could look at. As for left tackle, Joe Alt, we already have him fully scouted. Let's look at left guard. We might go ahead and give a workout to Cooper here because we need to look at him, and then maybe a right tackle potentially. And there's not many good ones to choose from, so that's something we have to keep an eye out for. So we do need to do right tackle. I think we need to either let's just we should do a workout, because I know if this guy's sitting here, I'll probably take him, but like I want to take a look at around the second rounder guys too, like Steven Summers here. Maybe he's still a solid one to go with. So those guys that are already up there, I already know they're going to be good. So let's scout some of these other guys. That way, if they fall to me, I can make that decision if I want to bring them on board to us. So all right, so that is that, and then we get into the draft. And then I know I still have a lot of spots to fill and I'm really hoping I can do stuff in the draft here, but let's go ahead before we head into the draft. I clicked the wrong one there. I meant to go to manage roster. And let's go ahead to the trade center, and we're gonna make just a couple trades to see if maybe we can trade up a little bit. What pick do the Bears have, actually? They have the 5th pick, so they're already a pretty high draft pick. So I'm gonna look at, they have 2 first-round picks. Ooh, could we maybe snag their other first-round pick? Maybe. Let's take a look here. If I go for pick 26, what do we have? I have pick 22. I don't want to give up my second, but what if I gave them a 6th rounder, 6th round pick, a 5th round. This is probably not going to go through. 5th round pick. We're gonna, yeah, it's a 1st round pick. What am I thinking? I'm gonna have to like I just kind of want to get another pick in the 2nd round, maybe. Actually, let's go pick 26. And then maybe if I did give him, it wouldn't be that big a deal, but if we give him my 2nd round pick and also a 6th round, let's just see how close this is. It's probably not close at all, but it's about halfway. So obviously they don't have much interest in that 6th round pick. Let's go 5th round and see if that makes it go up much. That didn't make it go up at all. What about a 4th round pick? That didn't help at all either. So they're interested in this 6th round pick. What if I did the 6th and a 5th? What if we did a future 3rd round pick? Wow, they're not budging on that either. I didn't think it would be that hard to move up. I guess it is. Okay, what if I want a 5th round? We're just gonna take baby steps here. For both of my 6th round picks, I can have your 5th. They'll take that, so we moved up a little bit. See, I kind of want to do a few things like that, and maybe we can move up a little bit in the draft. Let's see, what do the Broncos have? What pick do they have? They have the 3rd pick. Ooh. Maybe I could steal their 4th round pick. For 2 5ths. A 4th for 2 5ths. they didn't budge on that one. What about a future 7th? Just throw a future 7th round pick in there. That doesn't crack it, no. A future 6th round pick. Does that crack it? It did. Alright, that was a little bit much. I was hoping that the 2/5 would give us the 4th, but... Alright, and then we're gonna go back to Trade Center. I'm just trying to push us forward a little bit here. Maybe go with like a lower pick here. Someone has a lower draft pick. Just for fun. So I kind of want to maybe pick up another 6th round pick or something with, and just ship out some of these guys I don't need, and also will clear up some cap space too. Just a little bit, not by much, but you know, like say this guy. Wait, can I get a 6th round pick for him? Yeah, I can. Of course we can get a 6th round pick for him. Kind of like, you know, it's kind of cheesing the system a little bit, but like you can pick up some 6th round picks and stuff just like that, and then you can trade away those to get some higher picks, you know. And you can kind of just push your draft up a little bit, you know. I usually just try to find some different teams here. Let's go with the Buccaneers. Would you be interested in we got Chris Paul and Mason Brooks. Mason Brooks. I just want to see if it's possible to even get something higher. I doubt it. He's pretty young, so maybe. Putting this after would put the other... Oh, yeah, I forgot it does that stupid thing. They gotta have positive in their cap, or it's not gonna work. The Chiefs, maybe Colts. Let's just try a 5th. See if they even accept that. I got a 5th round pick for him? No way, that's crazy. That actually surprised me. Maybe I could have got more with some of those that I actually did. Okay, for realsies, we're gonna do a few more. I'm gonna move up a few. I'm just gonna try and move up a few spots here with some of these. Gotta make sure everyone's in the positive. Actually, for draft picks, I don't think it really matters, but let's make another deal with the Colts here. If I want... You know what, let's just go for that second. Let's go for that 2nd rounder. I don't know if I have what I need to get that 2nd rounder, but... Let's go... Maybe... a 4th... maybe a 4th, 5th, and 6th? Or am I giving up too much? Yeah, that's not gonna... No, let's not even try that. Let's go... Let's maybe try for a 3rd round pick. I feel like we could get the 3rd round pick for maybe like 2 4ths. Maybe a 4th and a 5th. Just to try it. A 4th and a 5th for a 3rd. I don't know if that's even a good deal. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to give up 2 4ths even for them to consider it. Just to get another 3rd round pick. They might take that. They won't. Okay, what if I threw in next year's 7th? Almost. Might have to do a 6th. about that one? Nope. I might have to give up the 6th, which is fine, I suppose, but yeah, they'll take that. So we got another 3rd round pick. Not bad. I got a few high picks now that I think I'm pretty happy with, so I might see if I can trade away just a few more players, or at least another player or so. Maybe get another 5th. Maybe like one more 5th. John Ridgway. He's a young guy, 68 overall. Let's try it. I don't think anyone's going to have like immediate interest in him, but we need to find someone that's not in the negative. Eagles. I'm just going to try a 4th. That would be ridiculous. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. Let's see how close the 5th is. Yeah, not even close. Maybe not the Eagles. Patriots, they got a lot of cap. Jeez. Again, just gonna try and shoot that 4th out there. I got a 5th earlier for the one guy. It might be it. I might have to go for a 6th though. All right, I'll settle for a 6th on him. If that even gets accepted, it doesn't. Really, a 7th? What about the later 6th? Oh, nope, not the later 6th. Looks like I'm probably only going to get a 7th for him. Alright. I think I'm good there. Let's just start the NFL draft so we don't go too late into this. We got some picks now, but I gave up a lot of players. I got 47 players currently right now, and I still have some spots to fill. Right tackle and left guard are the big ones, so let's start drafting.
With the next pick, the Miami Dolphins are on the clock.
Let's see who goes number 1, Joe Alt. Let's see if they take Caleb Williams here. They do. I really just want to see what the Saints,
the Falcons are
if they take Drake May.
It's the New Orleans
Brock Bowers
Saints
goes off,
on the clock.
and they do take Drake May. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause the draft real quick. I want to view my draft board here and see who I want to take a look at here. Marvin Harrison's still up there. There's no way he's going to drop to me. I don't really need a receiver anyways, so I'm just trying to see if who potentially I might want to look at. And we did scout Quinn Ewers a little bit more. He's up to 90 now, so alright, his deep accuracy is a C, so it's not as bad as I thought it was. And his accuracies are in the B. They're on the run is C. Awareness is A, so that's good. He's got high awareness, which could be huge. So we might look at Quinn Ewers here. He's the next quarterback on the board, and he is a scheme fit. But I still feel like we could get him later. Like, I don't think we have to go for him in the first round. So left guard, Cooper Beebe is a 2nd to 3rd round talent, so he's not as high as I was hoping. I was hoping he'd be a 1st round talent, but he looks like he is not. So maybe we could get him later as well. That's what we're gonna look at. Right tackle, Steven Summers. We got him at 90% now. I wish we knew what talent he was, but this might be who we go for. He's got A awareness, A impact blocking, A pass block power, B run block. He's got really good stats. The only thing he doesn't have is lead block, which is a D, but like Steven Summers looks pretty legit. JC Latham, let's take a look at what he's looking at right now though. A to C, A to C, A to C. It's just kind of like, if he's there, I might take Latham just because he's projected higher. But Steven Summers, though, actually has really good stats. Really good, looking really good. Okay, let's see.
The Houston Texans are now on the clock.
There goes Fashanu, so there goes that idea.
On the clock now, it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We're pick 22. All right, Latham's off now, so I don't know if Summers would go off quick.
Seahawks on the clock.
Mason Smith.
The Indianapolis
There goes Marvin
Colts
Harrison
are
Jr.
now
to the
on clock.
Patriots.
With the next selection, the Lions are on the clock.
Ryan Trotter is the first middle linebacker to go off.
On the clock now, the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Arizona Cardinals are now on the clock.
Okay, that's the next left tackle.
Now on the clock.
Let's see what the Giants do. Don't mess us up. Okay, let's see. We have some options here for our first pick in the draft. Our next pick doesn't come until pick 22 of next. So we gotta keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and see where we want to go with this pick. Quinn Ewers is still on the clock, or on the board. And then we also have Cooper Beebe, which I don't really want to draft him this early. Quinn Ewers could be another reach as well, just because, you know, I don't know if he's even good. So, but like, I really want to take care of our offensive line really bad right now. And honestly, Steven Summers looks like he might be that guy, you know, when it comes to, and I don't know if he'll be here that late in the second round. And honestly, I'd rather use my second round pick maybe on Quinn Ewers, because I feel like I just need to take care of the offensive line more. Because again, if worse comes to worse, we're going to be starting Sam Howell this year at quarterback. So at the very worst, which isn't like the worst thing, because I feel like he's still a young quarterback that has a lot of potential. So I just feel like we need to address the offensive line more. And that is where I'm kind of in a dilemma here, because I just don't know where to go with this. Let's see who else we got here on the board. We got corner, free safety, right end, outside backer, Xavier Worthy, Kyle Nicholson, Bo Nix. Yeah, it's like I don't need any of these guys. You know, the next left tackle is Emmett Culliver. Let's take a look at what we have him. We have him 75% scouted. He's looking pretty good too. He has an A in lead block as well. He has some pretty good stats. And I'm gonna need a left tackle at some point too. Like, I'd like to draft a left tackle now, that way they can grow into, because our current left tackle is getting old and he's starting to regress. So, I don't know, do we go left tackle? I just don't know if I am going to be able to get the other ones I want. As much as I want left tackle, I think we got to go right tackle. But then again, we might be able to start this guy at right tackle to start off, you know? He just has better statistics, I think, overall. So I feel like drafting him, and then if worse comes to worse, we can rearrange the offensive line and maybe even put Culliver at right tackle for now. That could be something we could do as well, because he just has some better stats than the actual right tackle guy. So let's actually go with Emmett Culliver here at left tackle.
On the clock now.
Normal development.
The
Gosh
Los
dang,
Angeles
I was
Chargers.
hoping he would have hidden. That's gonna be. Hopefully he has a high overall though, because that one kind of hurts.
The Blues
Oh, I didn't mean to skip like that, but let's see who's still left after one round. I didn't even look. Oh, Quinn Ewers is gone, so that idea is over. Let's take a look at right tackle, see if he's still there. Steven Summers is still there on the board. I might actually still go there. Left guard. Noah Schmidt. And Quinn Ewers is already off the board. We might not draft a quarterback here. It might be Sam Howell's year, after all. He might get the start this year, because we just don't have any options. I think I gotta go Steven Summers here. I think there's just no other way about it.
Now on the clock,
And he's got hidden
the
development, so
Los
that
Angeles
is a win
Chargers.
right there. So I think that's a good pick. Because he's probably going to be our starter too, so. But we still need a left guard. And our next pick is pick 14 of round, so not too far away.
The Blues are on the clock.
Let's see who we got. And then I'll also look, if there's not anyone on the board I think I'll benefit from, we could trade out of the position too. We got Noah Schmidt is going to be the best left guard available. And he's projected to go 3rd, 4th round. Man, a lot of the good players go fast, man. Got Dylan Combs as well. I'm looking at drafting a middle linebacker too. I think we gotta go left guard just because we don't have a left guard. You know, I think it's just automatic. Like, that's what we have to go with. And he's the only one that's projected to even get drafted, so I could hope that maybe he has hidden development at the very least. And he does. All right, well, I'll take that. You know, they might not have high overalls, but they might actually develop into some stars. So I got some nice young offensive linemen here. So again, they might not have the highest overall, but they are going to develop into a strong offensive line. So at least that's what I'm hoping for. All right, we got pick 22 as well. So
Blues are on the clock.
let's take a look at who's available here. At this point, how many right guards do we have? We do have quite a few right guards. Our quarterbacks left. Alex Riley's on there. He's a day 3 guy. Let's just take a look at him. I probably do need to draft a quarterback though, just so I have some depth at quarterback. Because Sam Howell is our only quarterback right now, so I don't think Alex Riley's gonna be it though. Maybe he is. His awareness is awful. Play action's a C. Deep accuracy is B. Medium accuracy is B. His accuracy doesn't look too bad though. Under pressure, B. I think he just has really bad awareness. Like, that's what's holding him back. But he's a scheme fit, so you never know. As for receiver, Sean Worthy, Orlando Speed. That's a cool name. We might actually need to probably get another receiver just for extra depth, because we are a little light on receiver, I think, right now. Catching in traffic. His catching is F, so that's not good. Is he at least fast with the name Speed? What's his speed rating? I don't think it's on here. It doesn't show the speed, but he has a cool name. Deshaun Worthy. Catching. I mean, you don't really want a receiver with a F-rated catching, you know. Not good. What about tight end? There's usually quite a few good tight ends that go late, so. What's your catching? B to D. I think Nicholas McLean might be a good pick for a tight end, because we could use another tight end. I know we have a lot of tight ends, but I don't plan on keeping all those tight ends, you know, so.
The Los Angeles
Hidden
Chargers
development.
now
Let's
on
go.
the clock.
All right. Another hidden development. That's what I want. Even if their overalls are low, if they have hidden development, that means they're gonna develop fast. So that's all you can ask for.
The Blues are on the clock.
We might look into trading out of some of these just to get some extra draft picks eventually soon. But what about Deontay Flowers? He was projected to go first to second round. He's a scheme fit, and we're in the 4th round. Let's just take a look. He's probably dropping for a reason, but let's take a look. He has B to D awareness, so that's pretty vague. Pass block doesn't look too bad. Yeah, he's not going to be great, but we already have quite a few right guards, so kind of just keeping away from him. Orlando's speed is another one that just like I don't know. I feel like he's one that's probably gonna drop as well. What about the defense? Left outside backer, right outside backer are pretty good. Again, I could use another middle linebacker. Defensive line is just fine. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver. Let's see what middle linebackers are left. Alright, so we got Matt Aldridge and Josie Graham. Let's take a look at what his skills are. Awareness A, hit power. I'm always trying to look for guys that are scheme fits a little bit. He's got good awareness. No, Josie Graham I think might actually be who we want to go for. Day 3 projection, but rank change over the season, -26. All these guys are negative though, except for Hughes there. But let's go. I think we're going to go Josie Graham. You can see his stats are considerably way better than Ricky Kroger there. And I think they look a lot better than Matt Aldridge too. So I think he might be a little bit of a rare find here. That might actually, he might be hidden development, but he might not be. But it's okay if he's not. He's hidden. Let's go. That's huge for us because I needed another good middle linebacker. And another middle linebacker just in general. And getting a nice young guy that has hidden development is going to be huge for us there. I think we might look at a late round receiver maybe. Might be where we're might look at here. Which makes me think I might be able to trade away one of these 5th round picks for a higher pick for next year maybe. Alright, Deion Street. I have him 95%. Do we need any corners? No, we have plenty of corners and we have really good depth at corner already. Orlando speed's dropping. I think it's just that F catch rating, you know. Terrence Taylor. Rashad Conley. These guys are all drafted pretty, or all scouted pretty well. I probably should have done a better job of who I needed to scout, but because I got cornerbacks pretty scouted quite a bit right now. I don't know. We might try to trade out of this position. I didn't pick a left tackle, did I? I don't think I picked a left tackle yet. We might go left tackle here. We might. What about Mike? How are you looking, Mike Hawkinson? Are you someone who could develop maybe? He's got good awareness, good pass block, lead block's not awful. I don't know. The only thing he needs to work on is run blocking, but his pass blocking's really good, actually, for as late as he is. Let's go Mike here.
The New Orleans Saints are now on the clock.
Normal development. Oh well. He'll just add some depth, but maybe he'll improve.
The Blues are on the clock.
This might be the one I trade away though. Wait for the 7th round. And then we'll draft a receiver in the 7th round. I might go Orlando Speed if he's still in the 7th round. Potentially. Let's trade away this pick and see if maybe we can get a 4th for it, at least. I was really hoping someone would offer a 4th. Alright, so we had 5th and a 7th now. 6th and a 7th. Another 5th. 5th and a 6th. Alright, Carolina's offering a 4th rounder. I think I might go Carolina or San Francisco's offering one too. I think Carolina is going to be the better one. I don't think they're going to have as good as record as the 49ers.
Has been traded.
So that'll give us a 4th round pick, an extra 4th round pick for next season, which means we are left with a 7th round pick
The Blues are on the clock.
as our final pick of the draft. And Orlando Speed is still there. I know he's probably awful, but for some reason I kind of want to go Orlando Speed just because he was projected so high. Alright. I know this is just my Mr. Irrelevant pick. He's going to be awful. He's got hidden development. Let's go. All right. That's kind of a little hype. He probably has a low overall, but like he's got good development at least. Hidden development. We hit on a couple here. It wasn't great, but we did hit on quite a few here. And let's take a look. Let's take a look at that draft recap and see what we got. You know, honestly, that's not half bad. Excuse me, sorry. I'm trying to get rid of this cough. But, Emmett Culliver, we got him early. That's right, we got a left tackle in the first round. 74 overall. I will take that. Steven Summers is a 72 overall. I think he's going to develop well. Noah Schmidt, also a 72 overall. These guys are all hidden development, by the way. 73 overall, Nicholas McLean. I might start him over John Bates because I think he has a higher overall than John Bates already, so he could be a starting tight end. And then we have Josie Graham, also a 72. I think that will put him 2nd or 3rd on the depth chart, but he could progress into a good, really good one there. Mike Hawkinson, I think, was kind of a bust, but that's all right. And then Orlando Speed's a 67. That's higher than I thought he was going to be. His catching, let's see what his catching rating actually is. I know it was an F. Catching 74. All right. You know, that's not too bad. I wouldn't say that's an F. I mean, it's more like probably like a low C or D+, you know. That one's kind of interesting. But anyways, I think we actually did pretty good, especially like offensive linemen. We got some good young guys here that I think is going to help us out. And I know that their overalls are still kind of low, but all things considered, I think they're going to develop into really stud linemen. I think they're going to develop. You can see that our defense is still 88 overall. Our offense is 80, so our offense has regressed. But, however, I think by the season's end, that's all going to change. But we do need to fill the roster a little bit. We got 54 men on the roster. I think I might look at some of the undrafted free agents real quick and do that, and then I'll probably off screen go into the training camp stuff and do that. So let's take a look at some undrafted free agents. That's usually what I like to do. So going into quarterback, we do need to sign a few quarterbacks here. Let's go into age and see if there's any rookie quarterbacks that no, that's a no-go. So Jake Fromm is 61 overall. Let's see who we got. Ryan Tannehill's on there. He's asking for $2 million. I need someone to back up Sam Howell. And Ryan Tannehill could be a good one. I was looking maybe someone with a mentor tag, which Andy Dalton could be a guy that we could look at, and he has the mentor tag. That and Nick Foles. I think we're going to go Andy Dalton just because he is a scheme fit too. So he does have that tag that we want, and we still have $10 million in cap room, so he's not going to cost us too much. That way we just get some more depth at quarterback. And then as for our third string guy, our third string quarterback, we might look into a rookie here, just throw in there, you know. give someone in there a shot or a workout, you know. The best rookie we have is a 58. Lucas McIver here is a scheme fit, so we might go with him just because he's a scheme fit over Marquis Emerson. We're going to go Lucas here just because, again, he has he is a scheme fit, so that's the only reason. That's legit the only reason. All right. Running backs, receivers. Let's see if we had any good rookie receivers here. 67. We had some good ones in here. Carl Donnell, he's a speedster there at 91 speed. There's actually quite a few on here. 92 speed. Michael Hendricks, he's a 66 overall. I'm looking for like some speed. I want to try and maybe find a speedy guy here. 95 speed, Demetrius Hobbs. He's a deep threat, and he is a fast little guy here. And he is a rookie, so we might pick up him. He's a 65 overall, but he does have some speed, which could be very good. I'm curious if some of those guys do have some hidden developments somewhere. We do need to find another left guard here. We might look at some mentor guys here. I think that's always a good thing to do when you do have young guys. Just find guys with a mentor tag, because a lot of them that will make them happier actually. So Tyler Shantley might be a good one to consider, because he looks to be the only one that has that mentor tag, and he is up here. He did cost us a little bit, but that's all right. Anything for that mentor tag. And then right tackle, we need to fill in, maybe find another mentor. Josh Wells, maybe. He has the mentor tag. Billy Turner does as well. And he's also 65, but he's also a scheme fit, so we're going to go with Turner here. Just to fill that role. And then we might need another center. Matt Paradis might be a good one. Just getting some like veteran players in there that aren't going to start, but they are going to give them that mentorship, you know? And that usually helps with like motivations and tags and stuff. So I think that should do it for the offensive line. We are going to start our rookies for now. Tyler Fenderson. Might sign just a few guys here for extra depth. We'll see if they may even make the team, but I do like to try and maybe find I do wonder if there's any like free agent any like free agent what am I trying to say? Free agent guys, or rookie free agents that have any hidden development that didn't even get drafted. You know, I do wonder that sometimes. C.J. Ham is a 76 overall fullback that we could potentially do. You know, just to get that fullback position, a higher swing there. Brilliant, brilliant. And I might bring on maybe another Kendrick Bourne. Might be a good one. He's also scheme fit. Reverie McLeod. Scotty Miller. 95 speed. Could, there's Julio Jones. Could give Julio Jones a run. Not sure. We might look at some rookie free agents here as well. Like Eddie here at left guard. How much money we got left? Cap room, not much. We don't have a whole lot of cap room, so gotta keep an eye out for that. Frank Clark is available. He's got the mentor tag. Oh, wait, that's Jason Pierre-Paul. I could swear I just saw Frank Clark. Yeah, I did. There he is. He wants too much money, though. I can't really afford him. But he would be a good asset to have. Kyle Van Noy. Jason Pierre-Paul does have the mentor. I'm looking for another mentor. Mentor, you know. Is there a mentor that's really low that I could pay very, very small amounts of money to? Don't know how much money I have, but... Oh, Justin Houston. Can we afford him? I think we can. He's a 70 overall. I always loved Justin Houston when he was in Kansas City, so. Alright, where are we at now? How many players do we have? 64. We don't have to fill 65, but, you know, it could be a good idea. So we're in the preseason. Let's just take a look at what our roster is looking at right now. At the quarterback position, Sam Howell is going to be our starting quarterback going into the season. We're going to see how he progresses. If he plays well and progresses well and maybe gets his overall even higher to the high 70s or maybe even low 80s by the end of the season, we could just stick with Sam Howell. He's still a young quarterback, and he's the quarterback of the future. We did give him a mentor with Andy Dalton, and we also have Lucas McIver as a third string rookie quarterback as well, but we brought in Andy Dalton just to be that mentor. At running back, we still have Elijah Mitchell, and then we kind of replaced Antonio Gibson with Clyde Edwards-Helaire for now. So he's going to be our second back from now on. And then fullback, we do have CJ Ham that we just signed. We do have receivers. We still have Terry McLaurin. Johan Dotson's going to take that second role. And then Richie James Jr. Is going to be up there too. Diami Brown. We did draft Orlando Speed, who does have a hidden development. So I am curious to see how that works. We might even, I'm even curious, I might even trade away Brown here. I don't know why, because he's kind of a young guy, you know, and maybe Orlando Speed can develop into someone since he has that hidden development. He could, because he's gonna have fast development. So and then as for tight end, our rookie tight end Nicholas McLean's going to be the starter. He has hidden development as well. Left tackle Charles Leno Jr. He is the mentor as well, so Emmett Culliver, I might keep him underneath him. He's 21. He's very, very young, so I might just keep him under Charles just for this season. But it also gives us really good depth. And then left guard, we have Noah Schmidt. I know our O-line probably looks very bad right now, but I think by the end of the season and by going into next season, after these guys develop a bit, I think they're going to be really good. So they're all low 70s right now, but look at Ricky Stromberg. He came in towards the end of the season and he progressed by 3 points, you know. So I think we have something good going on here, and this is kind of what I want to do, is get these young guys in here, and you know, maybe Charles has one more good season here maybe with us, and then we can let Emmett take over from there. But I want to see my young guys develop. I'm going to give them a shot. I'm going to give them a chance. And of course we have Chase Young, so, and Jonathan Allen, and the defensive line is just stacked. We did sign Sion Takitaki, which I think is an upgrade from last year, because last year I think Anthony Barr was the starter, so we do have a 4-point swing there. Middle linebacker, little bit less than Cody Barton, but we do have some good potential with some young guys. Josie Graham is going to be good, I think, in the long run. We do have some young guys. Chris Barnes might progress as well. And then right outside backer, Jamin Davis has been great, so we're going to keep a hold of him. We also picked up Justin Houston for depth and that mentorship. And then cornerback, we still have Kendall Fuller and Emmanuel Forbes, and all these guys. They've been really, really good. So Derek Forrest, a free safety, and then Cameron Curl had a really good year. So, and then we brought back Joey Sly. And we still have Tress Way. So that is our team for right now. I don't know if we'll be as good as next year or as last year, but I think it's a season where we can really develop our team. So that's going to about do it for this off-season episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the off-season episode. When we come back, we'll be in week 1 of season 2. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know how I did in the comments. I know I probably could have done better, and if you want to see me maybe make a few more trades before we start the season, let me know in the comments as well. So make sure you guys have a great day and cool tomorrow, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks, and goodbye.